Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Nina and today we're looking at our next 7 to 10 days prediction, guidance and energy check-in. So we have three groups as usual. We have pile number 1, pile number 2 and pile number 3. See which pile is calling out to you the most. If you need more time, you can pause the video here. You know the drill, and take only what resonates. This is a very general reading and leave the rest behind. So I'll see you in your timestamps. Hi pile 1, for those of you who were drawn to this particular shell, let's take a look at your reading. So as usual, I'm pulling out some Lenormand cards to begin with. Okay, we have the Fox. We have the Ship. Let's get one more. Okay. And we have the Woman. Bottom of the deck we have the Clouds. Okay. So you may be dealing with somebody this week. Could be specifically a woman, but doesn't matter the gender. But there is someone highlighted here. And with the Fox and the Woman, this is someone who is not exactly what they seem on the outside. Okay, this could be someone at a distance from you, and it's quite possible that you are also going on a journey to perhaps meet this specific person, or you meet them at a place abroad or somewhere far off from your place. Okay, and you're a bit wary of them. With the Fox and the Ship, this could also involve your work prospects. Okay, and in that case you could be this woman or man watching, and you're being discreet about your plans and about the direction that you're heading in. Okay, so that's a good strategy. The Fox is very strategic, and so you're also being advised to be strategic about the direction that you're heading in. But for most of you, I feel like you could be dealing with somebody who is a bit tricky, and you know, there may be some confusion around this person, like things are a bit foggy. You don't clearly know what their intentions are, what their motivations are. Okay, so that is what is being highlighted here. Let's take a look at your other cards and you get a better picture. We have here the 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands, okay, 5 of Swords, ouch. So these are all cards of defensiveness, okay, needing to protect your energy. And if you are especially dealing with someone who you can't trust, you are this week preparing like a safe bubble for yourself, a safety net, a sanctuary within which you can feel protected, safe and secure. And you're really putting up your guards this week. Okay, there may be some people in your environment. I'm also getting for some reason like a third party situation. If you're in a relationship, someone could be feeding somebody in this relationship with lies, with deception, with you know, like bending the truth kind of a thing. Okay, yeah, someone's trying to manipulate somebody in this connection or in this equation, feeding them with lies and half-truths. Okay, that sort of a thing. So this is certainly a really cautious energy. Okay, you're being very, very cautious, and you kind of need to protect yourself also from energy vampires is what I'm getting. You know, people who are really self-serving, they want to win at all costs, and they might want to trigger you to just get a reaction out of you because, I don't know, they're bored in life, or they just, you know, want some kind of attention. That's also a very narcissistic trait, wanting attention, wanting to create drama for the heck of it. And you're standing in your truth, in your power, you're not allowing that to happen. So with certain self-serving people, sometimes you have to be that way as well. That's also where this fox energy is going to help you, okay, to be really discerning about who to give, what to give, and in what quantity, and how much to allow somebody within your boundaries, within your limits as well. Okay, that's what's being highlighted this week for you. Let's see your other cards. We have Between Worlds, number 3. Here and Now, number 32. So we have another 5 here. We have a 5, we have a 3, we have a 3. Odd numbers. Okay. We have Answering the Call. The time is now. Great adventure. Take a risk, venture forward. The Garden and the Gate, number 30, another 3. And what's your advice? Waterfall, effortless. Okay. There is definitely movement forward. Okay. It might be a bit tricky, but there is movement forward. This is a week to kind of hold your ground, stay in your power, to not allow things to trigger you, because you're in the midst of a transition. Okay. It's like a bit like when you serve your notice period. It's that kind of energy. Like when you put down your papers and you're like, okay, I'm done with this, I need to move on, I'm heading in a new direction. And that's when your boss, I mean, it's human nature, they can probably take offense to you leaving and try to put a spanner in the works for you, or dump extra workload onto you, to try to create an atmosphere of just a prickly sort of atmosphere for you, to not make it easy for you to move on. Okay, and you are moving on regardless, but the surroundings, the environment is such that people may not like that. Okay, there may even be some jealousy, I feel, around you, some envy, and that's where your energy protection should be your priority. Okay, because I am seeing that this is a period where you kind of need to be in the present, whereby your circumstances have not completely changed yet. You're in the midst of it, and you almost, I would say, need to tolerate or put up with what is happening in your surroundings right now, without giving in or giving your power away, without reacting to the 3D, knowing fully well that this is changing, that you're heading out of this. Okay, that's the strongest feeling that I'm getting from this whole spread. You may even be traveling or making plans to travel. You're maybe relocating, moving, whatever the case is. These are just small, prickly obstacles, you could say. But it's not a major issue. It's just like maybe some red tapeism, bureaucracy, some people trying to exert their power with the limited, means that they have. I call this like, like the watchman at the gate can also exert his or her power to an extent that he or she feels really important. Okay, because that's what he can do, what she can do. So there are some people like that, I feel, who you're dealing with, who are trying to exert their power and trying to create a bit of a prickly atmosphere or obstacles on your path. But your advice is to flow nevertheless, to keep your end game in sight, okay, and to keep moving forward, because the in-between phase is the most, I would say, uncomfortable phase, right? Like I gave the example of the notice period thing. Don't let that hold you back in any way. Just knowing that things are changing should motivate you enough and give and boost your energy enough to want you to keep your spirits up. That's the message here. All right. And the other thing is, don't let these small things, like don't sweat the small stuff, as they say, but don't let anyone or anything that's happening in your environment, maybe there's some friction, there's some drama that's completely unrelated to you, don't allow that to keep you stuck in a particular situation, or keep you from taking the steps forward which you actually want to do. Okay, you do want to move forward. There is some kind of a calling or something that is pulling you in a certain direction, and that's the direction that you want to head to. So keep your head in the game, be strategic like the fox, and yeah, don't get bogged down or triggered by the people or the drama around you or the naysayers. That's not your concern or your business. Okay, so that's what is most prominent for you this week. Okay, let's see what your relationship and love life messages are. Group number 1, what do we need to know? Ooh, okay, that was a surprise. So you've got slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold, because you're in the in-between stage. Receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is the key to show love. Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. So it's interesting. You have a boat here. You have a boat here. And you have the ship card. So you could probably be... This indicates either taking a risk, going on an adventure, or actually traveling and distance as well. So you may be coming into union perhaps, or considering moving somewhere, and it feels like a big risk to you, and that could involve a relationship, a union with somebody you love. At least that's in the process. All right. And we have back to what you love, reevaluate your desires at the bottom of the deck. So this is the in-between phase for you. The old is not completely gone yet. The new hasn't completely arrived, or you haven't arrived in the new place or in the new phase. But you've got sort of like one foot in the past and one foot in the future. So best to just stay in the present and bide this time as well. There's so much you can learn from this experience as well. So those are your messages, group number 1. I hope this helps, and I'm wishing you all the best. Do take care of yourself, and I'll see you again later. Bye bye. Hi, group 2. For those of you who were drawn to this shell here, let's take a look at what's happening for you in the next 7 to 10 days. I'm pulling out some Lenormand cards firstly. Okay. All right. So we have here the key, the mice, and the stork. Okay. So one message is quite similar to the first group. Maybe you were drawn to that as well. Bottom of the deck we have the bear. This is about your personal power, your personal strength, your personal finances, or authority, or dealing with an authority figure. But in this case, I feel like this is about your ambitions, goals, and standing in your power, in your strength. Okay, we have the key and the stork. So this is like an opening. Okay, some kind of you're getting a green light, a green signal, and a go ahead. Something is moving forward that was perhaps stuck, and for some reason it's leaving you feeling a bit vulnerable, a bit anxious perhaps. There are perhaps some niggling doubts, or there may be a few speed bumps on the way, especially if you are literally traveling, relocating. Okay, there may be some things that you really need to also pay attention to. So pay attention to the details. That's also a message from the mice. But I feel like this is a week where things really start to shift. They really start to change, and they start to move forward. Okay, it's not specifically in any one area. We'll see other cards, but for some of you this is perhaps a big move that you're making. Okay, and you may be just a little bit jittery and a bit nervous about it, but you're getting the green light, you're getting the green signal, and it is going to be a successful venture or journey, or move, or whatever direction that you're heading in. It is going to be met with success, and yeah, you just need to pay attention to the details here. All right, let's see what your tarot suggests. We have 8 of Cups. Okay, so you could possibly be moving. 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. Really nice. So you have 2 threes. Threes are about growth, expansion, the beginning of something new, building something together, collaboration, communication. That's definitely coming through here. So you have a support system, okay, wherever it is that you're going, or whichever direction you're heading towards, you're going to be met with support and appreciation for who you are. Love, guidance, support, that is coming through. Friendships, collaborations. For some of you, this is connected to your work, okay? You might be leaving a particular place, or you might be feeling called to actually do something that is a bit out of the box also, okay? If you are someone who is perhaps been working by yourself, for instance, all this while, this is the week where you feel this urge to collaborate, to network with people, to maybe put yourself out there, to start marketing yourself in a way that your reach increases, your network increases, and more people come into your vicinity, okay, and in your network, and they are aware of what you're doing, right? So that is a big message for somebody out there, especially if you have your own business, all right, because that's where your fulfillment lies. And also with the 3 of Cups, this is a celebration. Some green light, some green signal, some opportunity perhaps comes along that gives you a reason to celebrate. And it may involve a move, it may involve even relocation, perhaps overseas. For some of you, this could be quite specifically related to a pregnancy, okay? But for most of you, this is talking about you definitely feeling the urge to expand in a way, to move out of the box, to move out into new avenues, new vistas, okay? There's something that's calling you. Let's see what your oracle card suggests. Embracing enthusiasm, shout out to the heavens with happiness. So there's joy, happiness, enthusiasm. And there's change with the butterflies there. You've got uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Nice. You've got envy, number 20. We've got round and round, number 25. And co-create. Okay, nice. We've got 40. All right. So the mice could also be, certain people who are a bit like energy vampires. Maybe they're trying to distract you in some way because they're envious of your success, or they're envious of you heading in this direction, getting this opportunity, or getting recognized in some way, perhaps. Okay, that is something that is coming through. I feel like you're definitely moving out of a cycle, some kind of a loop that you have been stuck in. Okay, with the round and round and envy and this 8 of cups. The 8 is also the infinity symbol, what goes around comes around sort of thing. And it's a dynamic number, but it can also imply you being stuck in a particular loop. And this week you're getting an opportunity to move out of that loop, to no longer, also for some of you I feel, to no longer rely on validation from other people, to know that you have something brilliant to offer by yourself, okay, on your own. This treasure that's hidden within you, it's ready to be released out into the world. Okay, it could be a gift, a talent, something that you're really good at, something that you haven't considered perhaps putting out there. Okay, because I'm getting this strong feeling like there's something so creative that you want to put on display almost. Okay, but you've been shying away from that idea. This is the week where you actually take the steps to do that. Okay, even though you may have a few doubts, a few niggles here and there, that's okay. Feel the fear and do it anyway, as they say. And it is definitely something creative, okay, that you're engaging in. And you have this unique gift, you have this unique treasure to offer to the world. Don't keep it hiding. Alright, that is a big message here, because that's where I feel your fulfillment lies. And you might be surprised, but people might actually really be receptive in a big way. They may be really appreciative of what you have to offer. So don't be afraid of taking those first steps and putting yourself out there, as they say. Okay, and don't allow those negative thoughts to keep encircling in your mind and causing you to feel small, vulnerable, doubtful. Okay, what's your advice? We have Desert Vision Quest. Yeah, you are going on a quest in a way, but that quest, I feel, it's not so much like you need to discover what your calling is, or what your purpose is, or what your path ahead is. I feel like you already know it. Okay, it's just about allowing that to come to the surface and allowing people to see that. Okay, for instance, you may be a bathroom singer, okay, or you may be a songwriter, or you may be somebody who's, I don't know, really good at doodling, or whatever the case is, and you've kept it hidden because you feel like it's not good enough to be put out there in some way. This whole reading is suggesting you to embrace that enthusiasm, to do it just for the heck of having fun, okay, because you're enthusiastic about it, because it brings you joy, and I really feel like you will be surprised at how well it will be received by people. Because in the Eight of Cups, she is walking towards the unknown in some way, the unknown territory. And so is the message of the Vision Quest card. What is going to quench your thirst? There is something that you're really good at, which people may be envious of, or you have perhaps not appreciated that quality, talent, ability enough. And this is the week where you're being encouraged to do so, okay? Because you have something really beautiful, valuable to offer yourself. So you needn't look outside for validation, and you needn't look at others and see their success and wonder where is yours, that sort of a thing. It's about embracing your unique talents and gifts, I feel, more than anything else. Let's see what your relationship advice and gifts, relationship messages are. Relationships and love. Okay. We'll take them. So we have honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. Speak the language of love. So there's a lot of emphasis here on voice, language, words, communication. We've got the union of hearts. Actions speak loudly, and spend quality time together. I feel like there's a real possibility of getting to know someone at a deeper level, and connecting in a way that makes you feel vulnerable as well, both of you actually. But this is a week also where you uncover a lot about each other, again with this card here, uncovering treasure. This is about you showing up proud of what you have to offer, what you bring to the table, and receiving with grace what the other person has to offer as well, and peeling off these layers that we have, of that are meant to protect us. There's nothing really dishonest about that, but we all wear a mask, at least initially, right? This is where I feel like you're uncovering each other for who you truly are, and being graceful and proud of that. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So those are your messages, group number 2. I hope this helps, and I hope it brought you some insight. I'm wishing you all the best. Have a lovely week. Hi, group 3. For those of you who were drawn to this shell here, let's take a look at your reading. We're going to start with Lenormand cards. What does group number 3 need to know about the week ahead, the next 7 to 10 days? What do they need to know? Okay. So we have the anchor. We have the fish. Nice. So this could have something to do with business, okay, or long-term investments, finances, long-term income, steady income. That's what I'm getting. And a steady amount of clients if you have your own business. Let's get one more. Is that it? It looks like your focus is on investments, on your money situation. and we have the star. Nice. Bottom of the deck we have the cross. Okay. This is a really good week for abundance in all shapes or forms. Okay. Money situation is good. With the star and the fish there, for some of you, I'm also getting like networking. Okay. Especially if you have a business online. There's a lot more recognition. A lot, you're in the spotlight in some way. You're shining brightly. So that could be bringing in a lot more clients to you as well. If you have especially your own business, but even if it's a job situation, you're being recognized and it's steady enough for you to want to invest or put aside some money for the long haul, okay, for the long term, like long term investments. That's also what's coming through here. Let's see your other cards. 8 of Wands, nice. The Fool. Oh my god, are you like traveling? Are you going somewhere? This is so positive. Really nice. So the 8 of Wands brings in communication, movement, and also opportunities for growth, for expansion. Okay. So with the Fool there's definitely a speeding up of something. There is perhaps a career opportunity coming your way, which could seem a little bit risky, or it could involve travel. Okay, it could involve relocation, or it could simply involve you doing something that you haven't done before, so it might feel like a bit of a risk. Okay, you needing to take that leap of faith. But at the same time, it is so promising because it is bringing in a steady source of income. So that is a big highlight for you this week. Pile number 3. And definitely with the 8 of Wands there, like I said, if this is if you're not starting something new, okay, this is a refreshment. Like you're going to feel completely rejuvenated in a way that things are really moving forward in the direction that you want them to go, and you're getting a lot more attention, a lot more communication, back and forth communication is taking place. And like I said, if there's been a dull period, especially, this is a week where you get a lot more clients. There are maybe meetings being held. And whatever the case is, you're going to feel on top of your game, okay? And it's a really, really good week, especially for opportunities, for career taking off, for your business taking off, for new ventures also coming forth, okay? Or you initiating something new and it really takes off, all right? Let's see other cards. Unknown territory, you are exactly where you need to be. Passion and pleasure, savor your life. Nice. We have financial constraints. Okay, so this I feel is what you're coming out of. Okay. Because I'm not seeing any constraints here. We have the tribe, number 8. Truth be told, number 14. And your advice is ceremony, invocation. Okay. So with the unknown territory and passion and pleasure and the Fool there, this is definitely you kind of following your bliss, you could say. Either you're initiating something new, or there's a new opportunity coming your way, or multiple opportunities, or a new source of income that you're discovering. Whatever the case is, it is definitely something that you are passionate about. It brings you a sense of joy, okay? And it's also something that I feel is part of like your I would say like your life purpose in a way, okay? And it's something that you're really, really good at. Now, if this is an opportunity coming your way, this is something that you haven't tried before, perhaps professionally, okay? It could be, for example, a hobby, okay, an interest that you have, that you're now considering turning into a source of income, okay? For others of you, it could be something that you have always had at the back of your mind, but now you're getting an opportunity to venture into that unknown field, okay? It's unknown because you haven't really tried that before professionally, perhaps, okay? Now, with these cards here, I feel like at a personal level, you're being advised to especially when it comes to relationships, you know, to be really honest, to open your heart up, to take that risk again, to be vulnerable in a way, but at the same time know who can be allowed to be a part of your tribe and who can't be, okay? Who do you want to open up your heart to and who you don't want to? Okay, that's sort of a thing. That's also where I feel like this message comes in, okay? It says financial constraints, but it can be any sort of constraints. This week you're really being encouraged to open up to new possibilities, because there are infinite possibilities, and to not limit yourself to, you know, like being a fish in a pond, that sort of a thing. And incidentally, you have the fish as well here. So especially when it comes to our mindset, once you open up to more possibilities, they do show up. They always do. The signs don't precede, they follow. So when your attitude changes, when your perception changes, when there's an internal shift, that's when these opportunities start showing up and people start knocking on your door, okay? This is a week where I feel like you're getting evidence of that. And yeah, you don't want to just jump into the pool and spend all your money, you know, recklessly. So this is a week I feel like with the initial message, you're being asked to remain steadfast and to spend your income wisely, okay? To put aside some money, especially for the long haul, okay? I usually don't get these kind of messages, but for someone out there, this is definitely about investments, okay? And to not also put all of your eggs in one basket, to be cautious, like the Knight of Pentacles, when it comes to investments especially, okay? And spending money, right? So those are the most prominent messages. And yeah, trust your intuition, trust your wisdom to guide you, okay? Especially with these two cards here. You're being called to really get in touch with your higher self, or your inner knowing, or the wise person that everyone has within them. Not the voice of the ego, but the wisdom that we carry through eons, actually. That is what you're being called to tap into. because there's something to be uncovered there. Okay, something to be revealed there. Let's see your relationships and love life messages. I think it's starting with you, like you're being really honest about who really is, who's got my back and who doesn't. And the tribe it indicates family, but it doesn't have to be blood family. It can be anybody that is within your circle of friends and family who you trust, people you can rely on, and who are your support system. Be in the present and dream of the future. Let's get some more messages. Okay. Have faith, trust your faith in this situation. Be willing to express love to receive love. See, that's also what I was getting with this card here, to take off your mask and be. It is difficult to be vulnerable, but expression and allowing people in is part of the process. There's no other way to really connect with somebody deeply, and or to just simply love someone. That is part of the process, isn't it? And you have true love. This love is once in a lifetime. Bottom of the deck we have the Union of Hearts, and this card came up for each of the piles, which is interesting. So perhaps this is a week where people do come together, and there are soul connections and deep connections that are being formed. Interesting. So there may be some changes that are taking place as well within your connections, in your relationships. So you're being called to have faith through this process. Okay. All right. So those are your messages, group number 3. I hope this helps. I hope it brought you some insight. And I'm wishing you all the very best. Do take care of yourself, and I'll see you again later. Bye-bye.